This is the time where rumors start getting thrown around. We are so close to free agency where we love to talk about this player is going here, this player is going there, but I have never seen anything like this. Stefon Diggs, you just gave me something to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with yet another video of the Arizona Sports Fan. Thank you so very much for coming back, guys. I really do appreciate it. Now, before we go ahead and get started to talk about the topic of choice here, I want to go ahead and say, guys, we are 24 subscribers away from hitting our 1,500 subscriptions, guys. That is amazing. We are moving pretty fast. Let's see if we can hit 1,500 by the time we hit free agency, which is going to be I believe the start of free agency is March 18th, but they can start negotiating as soon as this coming Sunday, guys. So I will be talking everything free agency this Sunday, this Monday. Everything new that's coming for Arizona Cardinals is going to be posted on this channel, so please consider subscribing. We'll also be talking about draft talk after free agency. So guys, I'm pretty stoked about it. Moving on to the topic of choice here, I wanted to go ahead and talk about Stefon Diggs. There was a video that was released out, I believe he put it on his social media, with Stefon Diggs working out. Now, that's all good and gravy, right? Like that's awesome, man. An athlete working out. But no, he was wearing an Arizona Cardinals shirt while working out. Now, of course, this is the time right now that we love to talk about speculations. We love to talk about trade options that are going out there right now. Now, I'm going to be the first to say this right now. Stefon Diggs, why are you doing this to the Arizona sports people here? Like, why? It's bad enough right now where we're trying to figure out who's going to be our #1 wide receiver when Larry Fitzgerald decides to retire. And, you know, I really want CeeDee Lamb this coming draft, but you go and do something like this wearing an Arizona Cardinals shirt while working out. Now, I know it's possibly, you know, more times than not, he's just probably had a shirt on, but I doubt that. I think he's trying to kind of stick it to the organization for the Vikings. I don't think he's happy there. There's been multiple post-game talks with him speaking to the media. He is miserable with the Vikings right now. I don't know if he has a great relationship with Kirk Cousins. I do also know that Adam Thielen is not in the best headspace as well. I think everybody is pretty much frustrated. They don't like the run-heavy game. They want more passing, and I do not think that Stefon Diggs is in a good position right now with the Minnesota Vikings. Now, what can they possibly get for Stefon Diggs? Possibly a first-round pick. This guy had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons already. He's just barely 26 years old. He's been in the league for about 5 years already. Now, as of right now, of course, they got everybody talking here in the Arizona sports world. Is Stefon Diggs, is he trying to say something to the organization right now? Is he trying to say, hey, Cliff Kingsbury, hey, Steve Keim, look at me, I can do all this different stuff, you know, come consider getting me. Like, that's just going to throw like a big wrench in any plan that I would have wanted for the Arizona Cardinals. I know we're a pretty young team right now, but just think about it. Stefon Diggs being in an Arizona Cardinal jersey. That would be amazing. I would love to see that. What are we going to have to give up for Stefon Diggs? Stefon Diggs is going to come with a very, very steep price, and I do not think that the Arizona Cardinals are going to be interested in giving up a first-round pick for Stefon Diggs. Now, I have seen crazier things with this organization, so I'm not going to go ahead and say that this is an absolutely not going to happen thing. Like, I've seen Sam Bradford get, you know, hired onto the Arizona Cardinals and giving him an crazy amount of contract. I've seen Terrell Suggs sign a pretty awesome deal and pretty much him getting let go. I've seen some crazy things being an Arizona Cardinal fan, so I won't put anything past them, but I do think that the Arizona Cardinals should be flattered in the situation. Do I want Stefon Diggs? Yeah, it would be pretty awesome. It would be really cool to get such a big name player like Stefon Diggs in the wide receiver group that we currently have right now, and, you know, possibly use our 8th overall pick in a stud defensive player. But in this scenario right now, I do not think the Vikings are going to let him go for just that. I think they're going to want a lot more, and it's just too high of a price for anything the Arizona Cardinals could even consider doing at this very moment. Now, like I mentioned before, I think the Arizona Cardinals should be flattered by the situation. I mean, why not? We have Cliff Kingsbury, probably, the air raid offense that most wide receivers are going to want to be in that scheme because we favor the wide receiver a lot. Now, I know in the end of the season, we kind of took a turn and made a run raid. I don't care, air raid, run raid. That's all words to me. As long as it's producing to me, as long as we're gaining yards, first downs, touchdowns, points on the board, I can give a toot on exactly what you want to call the Cliff Kingsbury's offense. All I know is it's working, and if it's getting the attention of these free agents on the offensive side of the ball, Stefon Diggs wearing an Arizona Cardinals shirt, just for kicks. I don't know why he's wearing it, but it's really cool to see that we're finally kind of getting recognized as a team that is a player focused team. Now, what I mean by that is Cliff Kingsbury is a type of coach where the players feel very comfortable with coming to him with any ideas. I do not think Cliff Kingsbury has an ego on him. Any ego-ness comes from that organization is going to come none other than your general manager here, Steve Keim. I think all the ego-ness comes from him. I think Cliff Kingsbury is just probably a low, cool, relaxed guy that's a player's coach, and I've heard very, very good things of every little video that they put. Whoever talks about Cliff Kingsbury, they say nothing but good things about him, and it's really flattering. It's really cool for a player like Stefon Diggs to, be wearing a shirt for the Arizona Cardinals. I think it's really cool. Now, moving on to my next topic here, I wanted to go ahead and talk about that the Oklahoma Sooners had their pro day today. Now, what that means is that the players that are coming into the 2020 NFL draft that attended that college has another opportunity for scouts to really look at them with more drills, more catching opportunities, and kind of just overall bump up their draft stock and tell any team, hey, this is why you should pick me over that next person. Now, the main thing that I wanted to talk about, obviously, CeeDee Lamb goes or went to that school. Now, there was talks that Kyler Murray attended the Oklahoma Sooners pro day. Now, it might be because he went there last year. He was in the same situation, the same boat as these players, and he probably has a lot of, friends out there still in that team. So he was out there supporting, doing what he usually does, supporting his old team. And now all the national people want to make this big of a speculation when we've all been talking about this for quite some time, that CeeDee Lamb is going to be the 8th overall pick. I know a lot of people do not like that, like me saying that. They would rather us go O-line. They would rather us go defensive side. But there's no doubt in my mind that CeeDee Lamb, if he's on the board 8th overall, that he's going to get picked up by the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray was at their pro day. Kyler Murray is calling Steve Keim. He's in his ear telling him that this is a player that they need to go out there and get. CeeDee Lamb is going to be the number 1 wide receiver when Larry Fitzgerald does decide to retire. It's going to happen. There's all signs point to this situation here. I don't see the Arizona Cardinals getting Stefon Diggs. I do not see the Arizona Cardinals getting Robbie Anderson. It's just nothing in my mind that I feel more strong about than the Arizona Cardinals getting CeeDee Lamb. Now, I know this might make a lot of people mad. This might make a lot of people thumbs down this video because I've said that and I somehow offended you. But all signs point to Kyler Murray wanting to get his friend, the connection being an Arizona Cardinal. CeeDee Lamb is going to get chosen. If it's somebody else, I would be a completely 100% surprised. This is kind of like last year when everybody was talking about, because Cliff Kingsbury, was brought in as the head coach, that Kyler Murray is going to be the first overall pick that's going to get chosen because of Kyler Murray. But no, I was blinded to the fact. I was blinded to the fact of the situation where I was saying, no, Josh Rosen is going to go ahead and keep that role. There's no way that you're going to pick 2 quarterbacks back to back in the first round. It makes no sense. I was blinded to the fact about that. CeeDee Lamb is going to get chosen from the Arizona Cardinals 8th overall, guys. And I don't mean to upset anybody. I apologize if this offends anybody in any sort of way. But Kyler Murray is at the pro day for the Oklahoma Sooners. Eyeballing his buddy, his number one wide receiver when he was in college, CeeDee Lamb. There's no doubt in my mind, guys. But that is all I got for this episode, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get some backlash about this whole CeeDee Lamb talk thing. But nevertheless, I wanted to go ahead and make sure that I brought to you guys all the news that I've heard today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Give this video a like. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new, please consider subscribing. That's all I got for this episode. Thank you so very much. I'm out.